Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Confessions of a Male Gynecologist. I'm your host, Sean Tasso, America's Holistic Gynecologist, a term that I made up myself. No, just kidding. I mean, I am holistic, and to me, holistic slash integrative isn't really a marketing term. It's kind of, it shows that I do the whole spectrum. Like yesterday, I did 4 surgeries, but I might also recommend yarrow flower for heavy bleeding in a period or something along those lines. What's fascinating to me right now, and you all probably know this, you all, perimenopause and menopausal women, are a cash cow. You are money, 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 money for a lot of people out there. And I'm getting really disgusted by this new trend that I'm seeing. And that is celebrities who are in their mid to late 40s and 50s now, who are doing 2 things, one of which is great, but then they're leveraging that into money, 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 which maybe is great and is a little bit predatory. So what the platform is, oh my God, here's my story. The music is playing in the background. It becomes a little dramatic, maybe some tears, which, I understand, obviously. I'm going through perimenopause. I'm going through menopause. And I now get this. I understand this because I'm going through it. Hey, buy my supplement. It's exactly the formula. The other thing they've done is they've teamed up now. Some of them are even getting smarter, and they've teamed up with quote unquote doctors who may or may not be doctors, actually. And that's lending them even a little bit more credibility because they're actually they're combining efforts with a / doctor who might be a chiropractor or not even actually a real doctor, who just calls themselves a doctor, who has a large platform, TV, whatever, and they're pushing these supplements that they've quote unquote invented that really don't do shit. And I just am so sick and tired of this. I want to talk about it. I want to expose it. I'm so utterly disgusted by this trend that I want to talk about 3 people, and I'm only naming them because they put themselves out there. But the 3 women are Gwyneth Paltrow, Halle Berry, and now, as of like yesterday, Drew Barrymore. And they've all gone by the wayside of this kind of formula. Now, Gwyneth Paltrow, let's start with her. We know that she has been with this company that she started a while back called Goop. And, whatever. I don't really give a shit about Goop. I could care less about Goop. I'm sure they're helping some people. And, obviously, I have absolutely no problem with capitalism and making money and all that stuff. But I think that what happens is occasionally they see the cash cow. Now, Gwyneth Paltrow is 51 years old. And in September of 2008, she launched this weekly lifestyle newsletter. It was initially kind of brought about as a newsletter called Goop. And the concept that she had was to encourage the readers to nourish the inner aspects of their lives. And then they kind of morphed into this web-based company. And then she kind of went into this kind of vaginal steaming and jade eggs and coffee enemas and body vibes and things that were rebalancing your energy that were made by NASA developed material, but actually NASA said they weren't, and so they had to settle a lawsuit. It's just really fascinating, and it kind of turned into this lifestyle brand for her. Now, she published a book with Taz Badia, who is an emergency room physician who has written a few books on women's health and menopause. I think that any MD can learn, obviously, about hormones and hormone replacement, even if they trained in a different profession. It's something that you can learn on the side, but it is a side gig. And so she teamed up with her and basically published her latest book, and then kind of went into this aspect of, a 30-day plan to balance your hormones, or, all of these things, to balance, your situation. And the thing that's fascinating about this is it all comes down to buying something, which again is fine. I think at least in her aspect, that maybe Gwyneth and Goop aren't necessarily selling hormonal products. They're not selling things that maybe don't work, or they're not making claims about it, but they do at times cross a line. And I want to say that what they do is they use their celebrity. One, that gives them credibility because they're celebrities, right? They've got a huge following. And then what they did was they noticed that they weren't getting necessarily the credibility that they needed because they were, a celebrity. So what they do is they now glom onto some quote unquote doctor, and that lends them the credibility that they need. So she, and again, I try to get this message to you based on the fact that I'm actually happy that they talk about menopause. I'm happy that they're talking about perimenopause because it elevates the message. It brings it, full circle. And I think it's great that we should be talking about this. The problem is I have a really hard time believing in their messaging that they're doing this out of the beauty of the kindness of their hearts, when the reality is they're making money, and that's the whole point. And I'm not saying they should come out and say we want your money. I mean, none of us work for free. I obviously don't work for free. I make money off of menopause and perimenopause, and that's great. But I'd like to think that at least when I do recommend a supplement or something, that I only am recommending something that actually has research behind it, that works, and doesn't have studies that are either made up, makes it impossible to find on the website, or you are getting told things like, oh, it's research backed, blah blah blah. And I'm sorry, but I'm not dissing on Gwyneth. I don't know her, obviously. Some people might say, oh, it's just sour grapes because she didn't ask you. I'm like, well, yeah, that would have been nice. I certainly would have loved that. But I really, whatever. It is what it is. And, she does have this, she had a summit that was for menopause. It was $1,600 to go to this summit. And it was in Santa Monica. It was called the Goop Immersive Hormonal Edition. And it was basically for VIP shoppers, really. I mean, basically the $1,600 price tag got you this luxury gift bag filled with Goop approved beauty products, candles, bath towels, silk pillowcases, a pair of New Balance sneakers. And basically, what they're doing is they're tapping into this $1.6 billion industry of women that are now over the age of 50, as the Gen Xers and the baby boomers are now having issues, which, we've been talking about for a long time. They're making money off of it. And so I think, menopause is money, and hormone therapy, thankfully so, is making a comeback. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done. So, here's the thing. Goop has seen the lucrative nature of menopause. It's untapped space. Well, at least it has been. The global menopause market includes medications, supplements, sexual enhancement products, and it's estimated to be about a $24 billion area. And now that the stars are kind of catching on to this, like Gwyneth Paltrow, even Michelle Obama is starting to talk about menopause and things like that. Luckily, she hasn't monetized it, but Oprah Winfrey, Naomi Watts, now Drew Barrymore, Halle Berry, Tracy Ellis Ross, and blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden, they're acting like this is something that they discovered themselves. And so it's like it has never ever happened up until they figured it out, and then magically they created a supplement that's going to help you. And I've talked about supplements before. I've got a couple episodes on supplements, and the supplements that you want to be wary of are the ones that have these massive kitchen sink approaches where you have the 29 things in there that might potentially help with hormones. So, if you look at Gwyneth's products, Madam Ovary and DTF, and I'm sorry, but when you name a product DTF, which for those of you that might be behind the times or haven't been dating in a while or whatever, I'll just say it. DTF means down to F. And the fact that they would name a product that shows you the stupidity of the product. I mean, come on, let's at least make it sound somewhat, professional. Putting it on there as DTF, it's supposed to support your desire and arousal. Well, don't call it that. First of all, it doesn't do anything. But second of all, don't call it that. That's just stupid. So that's something you want to watch out for. Now she's got all these things on her website to promote pelvic health and stuff like red light therapy and vibrators and blah, blah, blah. None of it really works. You don't need those things. I would more than likely say you probably should have a pelvic floor therapist if you're having issues with that. But what's happening is menopause is getting a makeover. And that's fine. Like I said, I mean, I'd love for it to be more mainstream and to talk about things. But what are we hitting? One of the big things they're coming at is weight gain, belly fat, bloating. Well, guess what? We have a gummy or a supplement or an herbal powder that's going to balance your hormones and make it go away. Bull effing shit. No. Nope. And if it does work, and here's some of the things that are funny. First of all, if you look at some of the comments on Facebook or Instagram, number one, a lot of the people that comment are just hoping they're going to get noticed by this celebrity. Two, most of them are AI generated. You can tell they're AI generated when they all kind of seem very similar. Like, can't wait for my order. Oh my God, this is so exciting. Nobody's going to take the time to write that. It's just not going to happen, especially when the first 20 comments are all just ordered, can't wait. Stuff like that. Those are all AI generated comments. And yes, that is exactly what happens. So basically what they did was they got this theory of, they had Dr. Badia come in, who's an integrative medicine physician. More power to her. I am an integrative medicine physician. And she talks about dirty hormones and hormone imbalances and recommends women use herbs, essential oils, and homeopathy, which I think homeopathy is trash. But, the other stuff might work for sure. So there are some great things out there. There are obviously doctors out there that don't believe in hormone imbalances, which I think they're idiots as well. I think they're getting hung up on the word balance, and what we really mean is not that you have this like inherent balance, but that you just find a level in your body that feels good. And that to me is hormone balance. It doesn't mean that there's some scale inside your body and we're magically balancing the scale. It just means you feel like garbage and now you don't feel like garbage anymore. I don't think that that's a reach. And so for my folks on my side of the aisle that trash that, I think you guys are idiots too. So we've got Gwyneth Paltrow out there doing her thing. She's making menopause sexy again. It's one of those things where you spend all this money, right? So you are surfing the internet and you are trying to figure out how to feel better. You've been gaslit. This is the other reason that they are making a shit ton of money, is because the medical community has pissed you off. We have pushed you away. We have laughed at you. We have told you it's all in your head. And it serves us right because as a medical community, we have not done what we need to do to help you. If we did, you wouldn't be going out and buying all of this garbage. The reason that we are making this an issue, we have made you more susceptible to these false claims because you just want to feel better. So there are a lot of things out there you can spend money on. $600 VIP tickets for dinners with Naomi Watts, $1,600 seminar with Gwyneth Paltrow. And maybe it's fun. I mean, you have a good time. You go see, a celebrity and they talk about stuff. They sell you all kinds of garbage stuff. There's these menopause cafes that are popping up or menopause vacations, which are fine. I actually think a menopause vacation would be kind of cool where you and some of your friends, whatever, you travel, to some cool place and you actually get lab work done. You talk to a doctor, you get some hormones. They talk to you about nutrition and exercise, and you kind of get a good starting point. I think that's a great idea, as long as the doctor is a legitimate physician that knows enough about hormones to help you and not just prey on your pain points. So then we walk into Halle Berry. Now, I will say Gwyneth Paltrow and Halle Berry, ladies, look amazing. I mean, wow, they look great. The thing is, it's not because of the supplement that they've come up with. I mean, it's not. Halle Berry probably busts her ass. She works out all the time. She eats right. And when your brand is how good you look, you hire the people to cook for you. You have the trainers. You do all the things. You take hormones. You do all the things. But I'm here to tell you right now, Halle Berry does not look the way that she does because she takes supplements. It's just not going to happen. So, and what's funny is she has now a website called Respin. You can go check it out. Respin is kind of her take on menopause, and she only she sells things. It's basically Amazon for Halle Berry, and it's effing genius. I mean, it's literally genius. What she has done is genius. She has beauty, home, style, wellness, self-care, his essentials, fit with Halle, menopause section, which is just books. And it's fascinating to me that she did this because, I mean, wow. But some of the things she sells are just stupid. I mean, and one of those, I'm probably going to catch some heat for this, but you cannot go on Instagram or Facebook without seeing an ad for Pendulum, which is a brand that she probably is part owner in. I don't know that for sure, but I'm guessing she gets paid by them. But anyways, they have tons of products. They have a GI repair, they have a metabolic product, they have acromantia, and all these products in there. They basically tell you that if you take these products, you will just feel a hell of a lot better because, well, Halle Berry said so. One of the products that she promotes is something called sex dust. I mean, it's supposed to stimulate you because it's got shatavari and shilajit and blah blah blah. Okay, no, it's $38, and the fact that they again named it sex dust is a key to tell you that it's marketing. This is all marketing. Naming the product sex dust. Don't get it. Just don't get it. I mean, it's ridiculous. The fact that they have to come up with these crazy ass names to get you to buy something is just stupid. And that, one of the big ones that I really have a problem with is the Pendulum products. The Pendulum products, basically, this is the formula. Halle Berry, beautiful 56-year-old woman, came to the realization that she wasn't living her best life. I mean, you all know the story because you've all lived it. And she had this magical discovery that life just sucked for her. And all of a sudden, she wanted to come up with these products to help with these products that are going to make you feel better. So, what does she do? She starts promoting Pendulum. I don't know what their relationship is, but I'm assuming there's a relationship there. There always is. And then she probably wasn't getting the traction that she wanted. They probably hired her to get the celebrity. But so like their CEO, Colleen Cutcliffe, sorry, is a She has a PhD in microbiology and biochemistry. So that's pretty impressive. But Colleen knows that she knows how to read a research study. And they came out with this product called Akkermansia. Now, Akkermansia is getting a lot of press these days. And you ask them, if you ask them online, because I do this all the time, show me a study. Show me a study. Okay. They don't have any that are worth a shit. There's none. But they're out there making all of these things. They do have clinical trials. There's clinical trials that they've helped starting, like there's one they've got going right now that for their glucose control product. It's a 3-month study. Adults ages 18 to 50 that's currently ongoing at Texas Christian. They've got an osteoporosis study. They've got another one that's a metabolic study on type 2 diabetics. So, they're doing some research, or they're trying to. But if you ask them for actual research that's been done on their product, no, they don't have any. Or the ones that they show you are poor. They're poor studies because you can't. So here's the flaw with this. This is all marketing. When you go to, they knew, because this CEO is smart. She's a smart lady. They know that you're going to ask, especially the doctors. They're going to ask for the studies. They don't have any. So what they do is they try to get a couple studies going. Now, nowhere does it say how many people they're going to recruit or blah, blah, blah. And maybe they'll come up with a good study. But in the meantime, they're selling the products. While they've got the studies going, the ongoing studies, they are selling the products and they're making the claims that are completely unsubstantiated. And as a doctor, I can sell their products. I've got to fill out the application. I got to show them I got a website, blah, blah, blah. And then basically what they'll do is they'll sell me the products for half price, and I'll double the price and I'll sell them. Well, that's great. More power to you. But here's the thing. They've got all these products that have Akkermansia. None of it's been studied, their product anyways. And they say it improves gut health. It strengthens the gut lining, reduces gut permeability, increases GLP-1 production. 81% reported improved health, 79% reported in bowel movement, blah, blah, blah. It's a survey of 180 of their customers. Okay. So 81% reported this, 79% reported 62%, 66% reported decreased sugar cravings. 180 customers completed after 3 months of use. One, were they giving those people a free product? Because that makes a difference, because then you feel obligated to give them a good review because you are getting the products for free. My guess is they were. Number two, people that respond to surveys, again, are probably having positive results overall, or else they probably just don't want to take the time to even respond unless they were given the free products. There used to be this thing through Amazon called Amazon Vine. And what they did was, because I was a member, is they roll it out and they would, like, let's say my book, let's say I would give Amazon 50 of my books, and then they would find 50 people on Amazon Vine that wanted to read my book and leave a review. Now, they didn't tell you had to leave a good review, but you got the product for free. And some of the stuff you got was like $600. It was like big time things. It's since subsequently gone away because I think it was slightly unethical for some of those big products. But, I got a book here and there. But it was fascinating because your tendency was to leave a positive review because you got the product for free. This is exactly what they're doing. It's a marketing technique. One of their things now, what's fascinating is what's the biggest thing in weight loss right now? It's Ozempic and Mounjaro. What do? They are GLP-1 agonists. What is a recent thing that they just put on the Pendulum website? Akkermansia increases GLP-1 production, which helps maintain a healthy weight. Well, why would they have put that on their website? You think they would have put that on their website 3 years ago? No, because nobody knew what the hell a GLP-1 is. It's a marketing thing. And then what do? They've got Mark Hyman, they've got Steve Gundry, and I mean, come on. They know what they're doing. This is perfect marketing. None of these people, Gundry or Hyman, do anything for free. It's not going to happen. So I can't believe these comments either. And then they've got 382 reviews on their site, 4.7 stars. Now, do you think if you write a review that's negative, they're going to keep it on there? I mean, seriously, they're going to keep it on there. Akkermansia is in 3,000 plus science publications. Okay, does that mean they're good or bad? That just means it's been studied. Akkermansia has been gaining traction within the scientific and medical communities as more discoveries are made. Again, what does that mean? It's a promising probiotic. So they're selling the product, but they have nothing to talk about. So they just throw these words out there. Week 1 to 3, you may experience mild digestive changes. Well, who wouldn't have mild digestive changes in 1 to 3 weeks of anything? If I drink milk, I'll have a digestive change in a freaking 3 hours. Month 1 to 2, it usually takes around 90 days to see changes in the microbiome. However, results vary based on your gut, and you may begin to feel some benefits. Let's break this sentence down. It usually takes around 90 days to see changes in the microbiome. Let me interpret that for you. You have to take our product for 3 months before you might see anything. That means you've already invested about $180. And then, however, results may vary, meaning it might not work based on your gut, and you may begin to feel some benefits. I mean, come on, people. Are you really buying this shit? Month 3 and beyond, you should feel the full benefits. Your gut microbiome is happy and you feel healthier overall. Cheers to your gut health. You should feel it. It doesn't mean you will feel it, but you should feel it. I mean, come on. This doesn't even make sense to me. And if you look at this ridiculousness, now let's look at their refund policy. Remember, it takes 90 days for you to even feel anything. You can return it within 30 days of your first order. However, you probably won't even feel anything for 90 days. So why would you return it in 30 days? Because you won't even feel anything. So the thing is, they want you to take it for 90 days. You might not feel anything for 90 days, but they're only going to give you your money back for 30. If they really believed in the product, they would give you your full refund up to 90 days out, because what if you don't feel anything? So Halle Berry teams up with this company, or they hired her, or vice versa. Which came first, chicken or the egg? Again, you have the awesome, amazing Halle Berry partnering up with a company that is using her celebrity to make money, and don't think she's not making money either. If you go on her webpage and you watch her on Instagram talk about these products, she knows absolutely nothing about the products. Nothing. She did an interview with Cory Booker. It's like absolute nothingness talking about menopause. Again, I'm glad that they're bringing attention to it. But nobody's talking about the fact that, are they taking hormones? Did they feel like shit? And then they found a doctor that prescribed them hormones and now they feel a whole lot better? See, they don't want to tell you that part because that would then negate this cash cow that they have. So let's fast forward to the last person I want to talk about, and that's Drew Barrymore. Drew Barrymore recently has come out, and guess what, folks? She broke the menopause taboo after having her first menopause hot flash on TV. I'm sorry. poor Drew Barrymore. I mean, how many of you have had horrendous hot flashes at work? Okay. Again, here's the formula. I had a hot flash, but of all the places I've had the hot flash I was on TV next to Jennifer Aniston. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? If I was sitting next to Jennifer Aniston, I'd probably have a freaking hot flash. Well, I know I would because I love her. So anyways, she has this epiphany. She had a hot flash. Now all of a sudden she's got this epiphany. Right? So what does she do? She goes, here's the formula, folks. She goes on Instagram and she tells a story. Everybody loves a good story. Drew Barrymore can cry at the drop of a hat. She's been doing it since I saw her in Firestarter, that Stephen King book, when she was a kid. She's an amazing actress. She can cry whenever. So she's telling this story. She's obviously a great storyteller. She's an actress. Genius. So she has this epiphany. Then she has this candid conversation about perimenopause with Gayle King. Okay, another celebrity who I don't know why she's a celebrity, but she is. Where she mentioned her past. Now, she never mentioned this before, but all of a sudden now she remembered she'd been having heavy, painful periods. And she said, one doctor just told me that this could be forever. The worst case scenario, 10 years. And I was like, I'll never make it 10 years like this. Okay, again, physicians have failed you. Physicians have failed all of you. And we are to blame for that. We are to blame for the reason that these celebrities are now preying on you with this. So what does Drew do? It's a formula, folks. You define a problem, and then you have to fix a problem. It's classic marketing. And I know this because I do it. You hit the pain points. I talk about pain points all the time. And then you tell people you can fix them because you want to fix them. So what does she do? She talks about perimenopause. She talks about menopause. She talks about her hot flash, how she felt, how she was dissuaded by the medical community, how they failed her. She's creating this victimization, and it's true. You do get shit on by the medical community. So she's a vegan. I don't know if you knew that, but she tried to help herself through diet. Didn't work because you know what? You can't eat your way out of menopause. It's just not going to happen. So she saw a cash cow. So what did she do? She teamed up with a doctor, somebody who's not an actual doctor. I'm not going to mention her name because we share a lot of mutual friends. But she teamed up with this person who has questionable credentials, but has the word doctor in front of her name. And magically, guess what? You click learn more as she's telling this horrible story, takes you to a landing page. Landing pages are a sales page. I have some myself. So here's what it says. Menopause. At the age of 49, Drew has no qualms taking the conversation around female health by the reins. First of all, dramatic. She's sharing her own experience with perimenopause and menopause. Now, is she perimenopausal or menopause? I don't know. The reality of middle-age burnout and the one trick she swears by that has tamed her changing hormones. So this is an interview, blah, blah, blah. They interviewed Drew, and at the bottom of this interview, you can claim a special offer. Again, 30-day satisfaction guarantee, a free hormone health plan and lifestyle guide, free shipping at over $150. And if you subscribe, well, then you get 10% off. So let's claim the special offer. Takes you to this nice picture of Drew, and they're selling a product. Well, that's crazy. It's called And Me, Peri and Menopause. It's a revolutionary supplement. So Drew figured out, well, we don't know for sure if it was Drew or the doctor that figured this out. But one of them figured out that all of her problems could be solved by this goddamn supplement. I mean, can you believe it? We have had menopause now for hundreds of years. And they finally figured it out. I remember one day, I asked my grandmother, I want to say she was 75 or something. And I asked her, because I was already training and whatnot. And I said to her, this woman is a World War II wife. You know, her husband went off to the war and she had to get a job and the whole 9 yards. I said, what did you do when you went through menopause? Like, because I don't think she was taking anything. And she said, what the hell is menopause? You know, this lady's like 5'1", you know, a little thick, cooking all the time in her dress and high heels. You know, she'll kick your ass. My grandma, if she turned around and gave you that look, you knew you were going to get the beat down. Anyways, we've had menopause for hundreds of years, and nobody ever figured out that there was this one supplement that could save you. But Drew figured it out, or this doctor figured it out. All right. What is it? Well, let's look and see what it is. First of all, it takes forever if you look at it. It promotes a healthy mood. It promotes digestive health, helps you get sleep back on track, supports hormonal weight management goals, eases hot flashes. Okay. But what the hell's in it? Okay, well, let's forget about that. You're asking too many questions. Let's look at some of the reviews. It has improved everything. This actually says it improved everything. I feel better in my clothes. I must say I love the product. Blah, blah, blah. Well, it's only $55 if you subscribe. If you only buy it one time, it's $69. So it's $70 freaking dollars for a month of this garbage. If you scroll this page up and down, I did this 3 times. I could not find the ingredients. Finally, underneath the picture, there's this little thing that says nutritional facts. So I clicked on it. It finally gives you the back of the bottle. I'd like to think I'm an intelligent person, but it took me like 20 minutes to find the ingredients. Okay. Again, what is this supplement? It is a proprietary kitchen sink of bullshit. The biggest thing in here is chromium. 1700% of the daily necessity of chromium. That's what's supposed to make you lose weight. Folks, chromium has been out as a weight loss product for freaking decades, and it doesn't do shit. Okay. Then they've got hormonal health support complex. It has MS 10TM. Okay, that sounds made up. It's got diindole methane. Okay, that doesn't do anything for your hormones. If anything, if DIM does anything, it might help you get rid of estrogen. It might help you process your estrogen. Doesn't do anything. Chase tree berry, which is Vitex. Vitex can help with low progesterone, but if you're in menopause, it's not going to help with progesterone. Then it's got vasomotor symptom relief complex, L-theanine, saffron, maca, rhodiola. Hey, none of these things are bad. I think they're all good. But when you have a product, so far we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So far I've listed 7 things that are in it. When you have a product that it's one freaking capsule, so unless the capsule is the size of your head, you can't get enough of each of these products to make a difference. This is the problem I have with the kitchen sink issue. If you want to take maca, I talk about feminescence all the time. If you want to take maca, you need about 2,500 milligrams of solid, good, properly prepared maca. Their vasomotor complex that has maca root, theanine, saffron, and rhodiola, all 4 of those things, is 84 milligrams of all 4 of those things total, which if you did it divided by 4, that would be like 21 milligrams of maca. Folks, that ain't going to do shit. It's not going to do anything. It's not enough. It's like if you had a raging migraine and I pounded up an aspirin and I put a little bit on my finger and told you to take this amount of aspirin, it's not going to do anything. Okay. Then finally, it's got the world's famous digestive wellness complex. Glucoamylase, amylase, cellulase, acid protease, bromelain, lactase, papain, fungal protease, lipase, blah, blah. Oh, I'm tired. Those are all enzymes to help you digest food. Again, not enough of anything to do anything. So here it is. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 21 things in this product. 21 things. And that's supposed to help you. This approach, folks, whenever you see a proprietary formula like this, throw it in the freaking trash because it isn't going to do anything. What they did was they tried to solve 19 different pain points with one supplement using a bee's knees amount of the product. It's not going to work. There's absolutely no way it works. And if it does, it's called placebo. I'm sorry, it is. Placebo is a powerful thing. It works. So I'm just going to clue you in because I think there's going to be more women coming to the party here. It's a formula. When you see a celebrity partnering with a physician, God help me if I ever do this. There will not be. Nobody's ever going to want to work with me anymore after this anyways. But if you see a celebrity partnering with some celebrity physician for a product, I'm here to tell you it's not going to do anything to help you. It's a money grab. It is because it's a $24 billion industry. You have these beautiful, amazing, talented women that are hitting menopause and they've had problems. My guess, it's just a guess, is that all 3 of them are now on hormones because that's what's going to make you feel better. And they're pushing this garbage because they know that it makes a shit ton of money. And as we've seen, you have to spend at least 3 months before it helps, but they're only going to give you your money back for 30 days. It's a money grab. It's a total money grab. And as I read to you on the Acromancia page, it's all psychobabble. It's all scientific babble. None of it means anything. There are no words. Let's go back to one more product, Metabolic Daily, on this website. Okay. It's Halle's pick. She loves Metabolic Daily for its ability to help metabolize food and keeps her energy levels up. Okay. Then they give you this fancy chart of all these things that it supposedly supports, none of which have any evidence to support it. Okay, so here are the catchphrases. Formulated by PhD doctors. Okay, you don't need to say PhD doctors. A PhD is a doctor, not a medical doctor. And, formulated by PhD doctors and scientists. Okay. PhDs are usually scientists, but let's do that. From Johns Hopkins, Harvard, Berkeley, and Stanford. It's like, come on, man. What are they going to put? Formulated by the University of Arizona, University of Oklahoma. So they pick these big time universities. It doesn't mean shit. It naturally replenishes your gut microbiome to optimize your metabolism and maintain a healthy weight. No proof. This targeted formula also helps break down fiber and supports beneficial postbiotics and hormones, such as butyrate and GLP-1. Again, no proof. Using GLP-1 because they know it's a catchphrase. The result, less sugar cravings and crashes, just balanced, sustained energy throughout the day. No proof. Nourish your gut microbiome through consumption of prebiotics, blah, blah, blah. So then they go down, what is butyrate? What is GLP-1? Again, nothing on this page means anything. The return policy is the same. You get 30 days to figure it out. What's so special about the capsule? Well, it's encased in a plant-based acid-resistant delayed-release capsule, so the strain gets through the stomach acid. Okay, well, that's good. I'm glad they figured that out. Who can take this product? This is a good question. Who can take this? I mean, it sounds amazing, but who can take it? Well, the ingredients are generally recognized as safe, and customers who take it for metabolic health have reported a wide variety of benefits. So one, they don't tell you who can take it, but they say it's generally safe. Not safe for your wallet, but I guess safe for your health. All right, folks, I'm on a soapbox. I just wanted to let you know about the formula. Menopausal women, celebrities, partnering up with big companies to sell you a bunch of shit you don't need. filling your head with a bunch of catchphrases that are worthless. Please understand that this is not a product you need. What they're skimming is the fact that all three of them are probably on hormone replacement. I don't know that for sure. I'm speaking out of my butt. But let's just say they are, and they wouldn't feel better and look the way they do if they weren't busting their asses doing other things like eating right, exercising hard, and probably taking hormones. So don't buy these products. Save your money. Spend the money on actual hormones, instead of spending $70 on some garbage kitchen sink supplement. Go ahead and spend the $45 on an actual hormone that will do something actually in your body. This is Sean Tassone. I'm going to go calm down. Until next time, I hope you all have a great day.